this hour on VTV News, promoting economic diplomacy for national development. Investments in fast delivery warehouses during date season boost e-commerce competitiveness. In our world news, UN General Assembly convened special emergency sessions on Gaza.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it's 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi. You're watching VTV News. On Thursday morning, State President Nguyen Phu Trong visited and inspected the combat readiness of the K3 Brigade of the General Department of Defense Intelligence under the Ministry of National Defense on the occasions of the 79th anniversary of the foundings of Vietnam People's Army and the 34th anniversary of the All People Defense Festival. State President Nguyen Phu Trong highly appreciated the quality of training and combat readiness and expressed his gratitude to the officers, staff, and soldiers of the brigade. He acknowledged their dedication, perseverance, and successful completions of all assigned tasks, which have contributed to the fulfillment of political duties, the development of the Army, the strengthening of national defense, and the protections of the party and their fatherland. On Thursday morning, Prime Minister Phạm attended the plenary sessions on economic diplomacies for national development at the 32nd Diplomatic Conference sessions. Prime Minister Phạm emphasized the importance of General Secretary Nguyen Phu Trong speech at the opening sessions of the 32nd Diplomatic Conference, which called for the foreign affairs sectors to thoroughly grasp and implement Resolution 13 of the Party Congress and Directive 15 of the Secretariat. On behalf of the government, the Prime Minister praised and recognized the achievements of the diplomatic sectors, highlighting 6 outstanding results in economic diplomacies, cooperation and development, as well as acknowledging some shortcomings, limitations, and lessons learned. Moving forward, the Prime Minister emphasized 6 major tasks and a number of specific tasks in economic diplomacy activities, including studying the institutions, laws, and experiences of countries in specific fields such as green economy, circularity, digital transformations, semiconductors, and large databases. On Thursday morning, Chairman of the National Assembly, Vang presided over a working session with agencies of the National Assembly and the government to discuss various issues regarding the receptions and revisions of the Land Law Project amended. This project has undergone discussions in 3 sessions of the National Assembly. During the recent 6 sessions, the National Assembly continued to carefully consider various aspects before deciding to review and pass the bill in the next sessions, allowing more time for research, absorptions, and clarifications of the issues. There are differing opinions on the topic, with a focus on ensuring the quality and feasibility of the law after it is promulgated. Currently, the draft law has only 3 content areas with different opinions and 3 that require the government to provide clearer reports, official opinions, and specific plans. Green economy development is increasingly becoming a priority for economies around the world, aiming to move toward sustainable development and respond to climate change. Vietnam is no exception, as the country is among the hardest hit nations by climate change. Although the country's green economy is said to be at an initial stage, Vietnam has great potentials to attract foreign investment in green sectors, contributing to achieving its historic commitments of net zero emissions by 2050.
This Finnish corporation is working with Power Generation Joint Stock Corporation 3 to build a 300-megawatt flexible power plant using reciprocating internal combustion engines in Ninh Binh province to replace an old coal power plant. The plant will be able to use cleaner fuels, such as LNG, and potentially transition to carbon-free fuels like hydrogen. The progress Vietnam has made in its policy and mechanisms for green transition has partly helped the company in developing this project.
We provide flexible energy solutions, including balancing engine power plant and energy storage system to support the integration of the renewable energy. And we're very happy to see that both of these technologies have been very well recognized in the recent PTP8, especially for engine power plants, starting with 300 MW by 2030 and increase significantly to 46,000 MW by 2050.
Similarly, this Danish company is also committed to investing in Vietnam for the long term, thanks to the country's potential, commitment, and actions in developing a green economy.
Putting Power Development Plan 8, getting it approved at the beginning of this year is a really good milestone. And it was nice to see that as they finalised the draft of Power Development Plan 8, the government actually built in the net zero target. We're here for many, many years and you won't see us going anywhere, and we are still expanding. We're the largest offshore wind developer in the country and we'll stay that way.
In addition to the Power Development Plan 8, Vietnam has taken significant steps towards green economy development and the overall green transition.
Prime Minister Nguyen established the National Steering Committee, bringing together all of the national and local level and the sectoral level interests. Vietnam last year established its national climate change strategy and issued a new nationally determined contribution, its own commitment, which every country has, to emissions reduction pathway.
Vietnam's long-term planning and long-term policy, combined with a very kind of accommodating environment for foreign direct investment, means that investment into Vietnam's green energy sector can align with long-term investment strategies with companies which are very much moving towards position and a strategy of investing in energy transition.
The Prime Minister announcing a resource mobilization plan at COP28 in Dubai is a crucial step that opens a wider door for foreign investors in green sectors in Vietnam.
This plan is not only to mobilize resources for energy transition, it is also a plan of reform, as it helps improve the business environment and ensure conditions for Vietnam to attract the private sector to invest in energy production at the lowest cost.
Foreign investors expect that the current legal frameworks can be translated into reality more quickly with clearer investment guidance and incentives in green sectors.
In the era of convenient and fast online shopping, affordables and prompt delivery services have become a crucial competitive advantage for businesses. Consumers rely on these factors when selecting an online shopping platform. More on this in the following story.
This company has recently launched a delivery line that spans over 40,000 square meters and has a capacity of up to 1 million orders per hour. They have also implemented automation technology in most stages, resulting in a reduction of over half of their workforce and a 5-fold increase in capacity compared to before. Furthermore, they have added hundreds of new trucks and 20,000 shippers nationwide.
The automatic sorting system operates 100% automatically. The network is streamlined and simple. The selected goods will go immediately, and the machines do not need to change their design.
This e-commerce platform has recently implemented 3 large warehouses with a high level of automation. This has reduced the processing time and minimized errors in classification and packaging. The integration of location, design, and automation factors in smart logistics helps businesses enhance their competitiveness in delivering during the Tet holiday.
We have opened 100 more post offices and improved internal operating procedures to minimize the time it takes to process customer support requests.
For businesses that operate in big cities, time is a crucial competitive factor. Any business that can reach customers first and deliver faster will provide customers with a superior shopping experience, ultimately gaining a larger market share. Domestic retail systems such as Satra, Saigon Coldop, and Winmart have also made investments in logistics.
As of mid-December, Vietnam's fruit and vegetable export have generated over $5.5 billion, marking a 65% increase compared to the same period last year. This growth rate is the highest ever recorded. Among these exports, durian holds the highest export value, contributing to over 40% of the total export value of the entire fruit and vegetable industry, amounting to approximately $2.5 billion. In terms of market structure, China remains Vietnam's primary market for fruit and vegetable imports, accounting for 66% of the total. The United States, South Korea, and Japan follow suit. Currently, Vietnam and China are in the process of signing a protocol for coconut, frozen fruit, and watermelon products to officially export them to China. The Vietnam Fruit and Vegetable Association aims to achieve a total industry export of $5.7 billion by 2023, which would represent a 70% year-on-year growth. To achieve this significant growth, Vietnamese fruit and vegetable businesses are not only seeking market expansions, but also actively investing in enhancing the quality and diversifying the range of exported products.
Rather than selling raw materials, this business focuses on investing in the processing of various high-value-added products. As a result, the company consistently secures export orders from the United States, European Union, and the Middle East.
Enhancing the added value of each product will help us improve the company's competitiveness compared to other manufacturers in the region. After restructuring the operation and incorporating high technology, we feel confident about our products.
This is a batch of dried jackfruit that has obtained FDA certifications and is being prepared for shipment to the United States. The orders have now increased by 20%.
We have signed a contract for the export of 5 containers of dried jackfruit to Europe. We are now sourcing a sufficient supply of raw materials to prepare for this order and expect to complete it after the Tet holiday.
We are closely working with farmers to secure sustainable and high-quality ingredients for our export orders. We are also preparing orders for the year-end as well as for 2024.
Since the start of the fourth quarter, multiple Vietnamese fruit and vegetable factories have secured orders through the second quarter of 2024. Diversifying products and capitalizing on market opportunities are key factors that have contributed to the industry's achievement of new records.
And before moving on to some other news, let's take a look at foreign exchange rate for today, December 21st. Coming up next on VTV News, companies struggle to provide worker date bonuses amid bleak finances. And Vietnamese students strive to make meaningful contributions to their country. Within the framework of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Vietnam Coast Guard and the Japan Coast Guard, a delegation of senior officials from the Vietnam Coast Guard will attend the 10th bilateral conference in Japan from December 19 to 22, 2023. The conference aims to review outstanding cooperation activities between the two sides, such as ship visit, coordinated non-combat exercises at sea, and the exchange of high-level delegations. Japan is committed to supporting the improvement of maritime law enforcement capacity for Vietnam Coast Guard. Moving forward, both sides will continue to enhance cooperation in safety and security at sea, further strengthening their cooperative relationship. In Ho Chi Minh City, businesses are not expected to provide high date bonuses for workers this year. It is anticipated that the bonuses will be similar to those of last year. This opinion is shared by the labor industry, considering the ongoing challenges faced by businesses due to global economic situation. Currently, almost 80% of businesses in Ho Chi Minh City have reported on the status of date bonuses. Despite the difficulties, most businesses are striving to provide date bonuses as a means of motivating their workers.
Wee, who has been with the factory for more than 5 years, is well aware of the challenges the business is currently facing. However, he is eagerly anticipating the company's Tết bonus announcement, especially as the end of the year draws near.
Tết bonuses serve as encouragement for us. If the overall difficult situation can be as good as last year, it would be great. However, if the bonuses are not as good due to difficulties, then I also sympathize.
This enterprise has allocated a budget of $205 to provide Tết bonuses to approximately 250 workers, the same as last year.
We strive to arrange finances 2 weeks in advance and then transfer them to employees. These finances include a bonus equal to 1 month's salary before Tết, a performance bonus, and a year-end party to boost morale for everyone.
Despite facing difficulties, this textile enterprise has allocated a budget of $1,232 to celebrate Tết for its more than 3,000 workers. Each employee will receive a 13th month salary bonus. The company has made this decision in advance and announced it to ensure clear understanding among the employees.
The Union Executive Committee also informed the company that they would only receive half of the 13th month's salary. However, this year's income is low, and receiving only half a month's salary means Tết will not be a happy occasion. We are striving to ensure that everyone has a joyful Tết, and hopefully, the situation will improve in the new year.
There are many difficulties, but most companies will still maintain the Tết bonus.
The Vietnam General Confederation of Labor has commented that most businesses will provide a 13-month salary bonus, while there may be some businesses that do not offer a Tết bonus. As a result, many companies have developed plans to support workers during Tết, particularly those who are vulnerable, unemployed, or have lost their jobs.
At this time, farmers across the country are preparing goods to serve Lunar New Year 2024 market. Purchasing power is forecast to be lower than in previous years, so gardeners and cooperatives have found ways to adapt and adjust their production.
Increasing promotion on social networks and packaging 2 ounces instead of half-pound helps farmers manage their production in the context of lower purchasing power. Not only changing the packaging volume, this cooperative also diversifies products with 4 different types of vermicelli to serve the needs of consumers.
Vermicelli is one of the indispensable dishes in Vietnamese meals, so we have linked up with other cooperatives to have combined products to boost our consumption.
In the ornamental flower growing village of Hương Yên province, the number of customers this year also decreased sharply. Right from the time of sowing crops, farmers here have proactively reduced production and focused on potted flowers with costs suitable for consumers. Every year, a household's output can be up to 100,000 trees, but this year it may be only 70 to 80,000. Farmers are focusing on improving quality. It helps us avoid the situation of low prices due to high production but low demand. This year's tech gift basket manufacturers are also finding ways to adapt the lower purchasing power. All gift sets are aimed at the affordable segment, with prices not exceeding $20.
We have many options for buyers to fit their budget and their needs.
Changing markets and customer needs are both challenges and a driving force for craft villages and gardeners to switch production. Meeting the needs of market depends on flexible adjustments of the producers.
Vũ Quang National Park recently documented 58 species of rare and precious wild animals, including 9 endemic species found only in the Trường Sơn Range. These species were captured through camera traps as means to monitor biodiversity. Some of the recorded species include the Asian elephant, red-faced macaque, moldy monkey, Trường Sơn muntjac, and giant muntjac, and Trường Sơn striped rabbit. Vũ Quang National Park is recognized as one of the most important biodiversity hotspots in Vietnam, conserving numerous valuable genetic resources for conservation efforts. Many of the park's animals and plant species are endangered or rare and are listed in the Red List of the International Union for Conservation of Nature and the Red Book of Vietnam. Divers dressed in costumes of Christmas characters such as Santa Claus, snowmen, and reindeers perform ice-catching acts in the water. These awe-inspiring performances can be found at the Museum of Oceanography in Nha Trang, Khánh Hòa. The show, organized for the first time, has sparked curiosity among spectators visiting the museum during this festive season.
Every tourist visiting the Museum of Oceanography these days cannot contain their excitement. They are witnessing Santa Claus, reindeer, and even snowmen underwater, casually mingling with schools of fish. The familiar sights of the Christmas season suddenly take on new and enchanting quality.
I've been to the museum many times, but have never seen something like this before.
Tourists never miss an opportunity to take photos with underwater Santa Claus. Unique snapshots make everyone feel like they are celebrating the holiday in the midst of the ocean.
These engaging activities make me feel like I'm celebrating Christmas underwater.
I imagine that underwater creatures celebrate their own version of the Christmas holidays beneath the surface.
Researchers from the Institute of Oceanography have transformed into iconic Christmas characters. When outside the office, they seem to be different individuals, a little naughtier and brimming with youthful spirit.
We had a thorough discussions to brainstorm more performances that would captivate and amuse people.
During the Christmas season, many tourists gather at this place to be enchanted by captivating tales from the ocean.
The 11th Congress of the Vietnamese Students Association term 2023-2028 concluded on Thursday. One of the goals for this term is to cultivate a new generation of students who possess self-reliance and social practice skills with the aims of meeting the criteria of global citizens. Throughout the years, there have been numerous stories of Vietnamese students striving for self-improvement, not only for personal development, but also to contribute to their hometowns and country.
Cao Thị Lệ Hằng is the first female Ruk student to enter university. She wrote a remarkable story about willpower and determination.
I want to become a teacher so that I can teach children in my village. I want them to become good citizens in the future.
She also earned the title of a 5 good student, which is one of the remarkable achievements recognized by the Vietnamese Students Association. To attain this title, a student must meet 5 essential criteria: good academic performance, good ethics, good volunteerism, good integration, and good physical strength. Among these criteria, good integration is regarded as an important quality for students in the modern era to become global citizens.
As international students, we aspire to become global citizens and overcome language barriers. Regardless of where we reside, our hearts are always directed towards our homeland. We will return and devote our efforts to furthering the prosperity of our country.
The 11th National Congress of the Vietnamese Students Association demonstrated a determination to enhance the capacity of the Vietnamese Students Association. This Congress aimed to unite Vietnamese students in their participation in nation-building and protection efforts.
The Vietnamese Students Association is considered a close friend of the Vietnamese students. The association has been making efforts to support and nurture the talents and capabilities of students. At the same time, it aims to mobilize social resources to help students thrive.
The Congress has agreed to implement 1 movement and 2 programs with a focus on building a resilient Vietnamese Students Association. These efforts aim to contribute to the protection of the party and the political system.
Coming up next, Channel War News. UN General Assembly convened special emergency sessions on Gaza. And increased tensions in the Red Sea. The United Nations General Assembly discussed the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip during its 10th Special Emergency Sessions on Wednesday. During the meeting, all countries expressed concerns over the high number of casualties, with nearly 20,000 people affected since October 7th, most of whom are children and women. Chargé d'Affaires Lê Thị Minh Thoa, deputy head of the Vietnam Permanent Missions to the UN, shared the losses and casualties of innocent people during her speech. Vietnam, along with other countries, called for an immediate ceasefire for humanitarian reasons, the unconditional release of hostages, and an end to hostile actions and violence. The Vietnamese government also announced contributions of $500,000 to the United Nations Agency for Relief of Palestinian Refugees. The representative of Vietnam emphasized the importance of finding a comprehensive solution based on international law and relevant UN resolutions.
And the rapid and unhindered delivery.
Tensions in the Red Sea show no signs of easing. On Wednesday, Houthi forces issued a warning that they would expand their attack targets in the Red Sea if the U.S. conducted operations against them. These statements came in the context of over 100 cargo ships having to change their route to avoid the Red Sea in recent days. To prevent the risk of attacks by Houthi forces, the U.S. and other countries have agreed to carry out joint patrols in the Red Sea. Additionally, the Iranian defense minister warned that any multinational campaign initiated by the U.S. in the Red Sea would face unpredictable problems. However, details of the patrols in the Red Sea have not been pushed yet. Humanitarian assistance for the victims of the Chinese earthquake is being accelerated. On Wednesday, China Ministry of Emergency Management distributed additional relief goods to the earthquake-affected provinces of Gansu and Qinghai. According to the ministries, approximately 135,000 items such as tents, folding beds, and heating equipment have been delivered to support the basic needs of those affected by the earthquake. Numerous businesses have also donated relief goods, including over 150 tons of vegetables, processed food, and heating devices. The earthquake, which occurred on the night of December 18th in China, claims the life of at least 131 people and left hundreds injured. And now, as usual, let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's all the news for today. To rewatch our program, you can log on to VTVgo.vn or download our mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.